All right. Good morning. My name is Srinath Ikad. I'm the department head for mechanical and aerospace engineering here at North Carolina State University. On behalf of North Carolina State University, the College of Engineering, and the Department of Mechanical Aerospace Engineering, I would like to welcome everybody, including graduates, parents, grandparents, spouses, family, and friends. Thank you for joining us on this day for the December 2020 Diploma Award ceremony for the department. This is indeed a joyous occasion and a time of celebration for all of us. This is also a unique ceremony. This is the first time we are doing this unique live online ceremony for you all. And hopefully we never have to do it again. That's our fingers crossed hope. Before we begin our program, I would like to introduce a few individuals who are instrumental in organizing this event. Even though it's online, we still had a lot of work that need to be done to make sure this could happen. I would like to thank Ayanna Porter, who is our graduate program assistant, Emma Munson, who is the undergraduate program assistant, Brianna Goins, who is the public relations coordinator, and Ms. Cheryl Tran, the director of undergraduate advising office, for their tireless effort in organizing this event. It would not have been possible to do this without the lot of effort on their part. I also want to acknowledge the undergraduate office, which includes Ms. Cheryl Tran, Dr. Felix Giver, and Emma Munson, Ms. Emma Munson, for their tireless effort to ensure that students have the right advice and help to complete their degrees. The graduate office, which includes Ms. Ayanna Porter, Ms. Summer Fulcher, and Dr. Kara Peters, for also putting a great effort on behalf of all the graduate students. I really want to thank them for all the effort that's gone into ensuring that our students get the right support for their programs. Again, this is a unique year, something that we hope to see in the rearview mirror soon, but it also has taught us a lot of lessons. It has taught us a lot about resilience, helped us understand our emotions better, be it empathy, fear, determination, or anything else we felt this year. We continue to move ahead and doing things that matter. I'm very proud of the graduating class, both in spring 2020 and also this summer, fall 2020 class. You all have a lot to be proud of. The spring 2020 class was unique because we were thrust into this online version in the middle of March, when we really did not know how it was going to be in the future. And to a lot of credit to the students, you adjusted, and many of you did very well, and also all of you graduated and also moved into a life after graduation during this pandemic. How difficult was it? Only I can imagine, because I don't know what you all were going through. The fall class actually had to survive another full semester to graduate this December. The prognosis for normalcy looks promising. Fingers crossed. I hope all the graduates take these lessons learned and help build a better world and serve their communities the best they can, and make MAE department and NC State proud of your accomplishments in the future. I look forward to interacting with our graduates, and please remember to come visit and tell us your stories. Finally, I want to thank MAE faculty who have managed to pivot into online classes and a new paradigm in teaching virtually. They have done a tremendous job, as the students will attest and acknowledge, given the enormous effort to record classes and evaluating students virtually. I commend our MAE faculty for rising up to the occasion and providing the high quality education, even during these times, that one comes to expect from NC State and MAE. Today, we will honor spring, summer, fall 2020 graduates. We did not have a graduation in spring. This is the way we can bring a closure to your academic career here at NC State. We are graduating a total of 21 PhDs, of which in spring 2020, we had 2 AE PhDs, 3 ME PhDs. In summer 2020, we had 1 PhD from AE department and 6 PhDs from ME. And in fall 2020, we had 9 PhD students from mechanical engineering. We are also graduating 98 Masters of Science students, in which in the spring we have 6 AE Master students and 42 ME Master students. In summer, we had 3 AE MS students and 9 MEMS students. And in fall 2020, we have 9 AEMS students and 29 MEMS students. In our undergraduate program, we are graduating 350 students, including all the three terms. Spring 2020, we graduated 61 AE students and 190 ME students. In summer, we graduated 2 AE and 12 ME students. And in fall, we are graduating 10 AE and 75 ME students. My congratulations to all our graduates. Now let's begin our program with the introduction of our first speaker of the day today, which is going to be our undergraduate speaker. I'm very happy to introduce Ms. Lilavathi Crick. Ms. Lilavathi Crick is a spring 2020 graduate from the MAE department with a Bachelor of Science in Aerospace Engineering. She also has a minor in mathematics and a minor in French. At North Carolina State University, Lila maintained a 4.0 GPA while working 3 jobs on campus, working 1 job off campus, and leading 2 organizations over the course of her 4 years. Serving as fundraising chair, vice president, and president, she dedicated her free time and effort to the Society of Women Engineers and the movement to end interpersonal violence. Through these groups, she raised over $2,000 in scholarship money for women in STEM, organized gender equity service projects, facilitated educational workshops, and created a partnership between the Women's Center and the University Scholars and Honors Program, where she worked as an ambassador. In her junior year, Lila interned at one of Northrop Grumman's satellite manufacturing facility in Dulles, Virginia, and helped to integrate new software for processing radio frequency test data. In her senior year, Lila led the electronics team of her space senior design group, in addition to taking on work as an AV technician for engineering online. Lila currently works as satellite test engineer for Northrop Grumman and looks forward to becoming a payload test lead for the Galaxy 33 spacecraft in the coming year. So Lila.
Yes, thank you. I would like to begin by noting how grateful I am to have been selected to be today's undergraduate student speaker. I'm going to briefly and honestly review my undergraduate experience in a speech I titled "A Series of Fortunate Events." So back in March, over spring break, right before as COVID was beginning to affect all of us, I rewatched Lemony Snicket's series of unfortunate events. And at the end, one of the characters reads a note from which I found a quote that I liked. "At times, the world can seem an unfriendly and sinister place. But believe us when we say there's much more good in it than bad. All you have to do is look hard enough. And what might seem to be a series of unfortunate events may in fact be the first steps of a journey." And this quote struck me because for the last 2 years of my college career, school felt at times like that unfriendly and sinister place. I was just extremely overwhelmed doing aerospace in 4 years, taking extra classes for minors, completing daily activities for student groups, and maintaining jobs on and off campus. And on top of that, I had other responsibilities come in my personal life. So with all of that, school wasn't fun anymore. I used nights to catch up on schoolwork, and we've all done long nights studying, but I was doing those all the time. I was exhausted and stressed out. It was like taking an aero final or like getting asked questions you don't know the answer to during a senior design presentation. I just wanted it to be over. And sometimes I blamed the department or professors during particularly frustrating times or for particularly difficult schoolwork. I usually didn't have the time to start assignments well enough ahead to go to professors with questions. I wasn't always able to ensure I understood the content before going to class. I wasn't always prepared for pop quizzes. I wasn't always present for pop quizzes. I wasn't always able to put in that work for any type of teaching style. And at times it felt like I was losing in this battle of me versus school. But it wasn't always stressful. In community, school was a lot more fun. Senior year, I met more people, learned more names, and made more friends than I had for the previous 3 years combined. That's mainly because senior design forced all of the introverted engineers to work with people outside of their comfortable group of friends. And that was fun because our group did things together like breakfasts and road trips to launch rockets. We even stayed up writing and editing hundreds of pages of documents. It was so much fun. No, but honestly, through all of that, I made friends who helped de-stress my academic environment. And I can't name everyone, but I'd like to thank Gabe Buss, Anton Schulten, Michael Roberts, and the rest of my friends for helping me along the way and contributing to my success. In some cases, I also received help or leniency from professors. They might not all remember that or me, but I would like to thank them too. And on the other side, I would also like to thank professors who rigidly challenged us. In the past, I may have been jaded or bitter about difficult test questions, frustrating homework assignments, vague projects, and impossible deadlines. And sometimes I felt dumb for not understanding small things like where a negative sign came from or the difference between rho and a p. But sometimes it was bigger stuff that made me feel more like a failure, like not even knowing where to begin with solving a problem or panicking during a test. I later realized I'm not a failure for not understanding something or just not having the time to figure it out. And it was good for me to not be able to get it all. I needed to be challenged like that. I needed to know what that felt like. And I learned more about myself and about my limits as a result. It loosened me up. I started to care less about missing a part of a test question and more about other things in life. Upon graduation, you reflect on your time in school. You think about the best and the worst times and the things you did and the things that you never got to do. But over time, as you reflect, those things change. I have a couple of friends who worked closely with the MAE department named Hunter Rollins and Adam Mayhew. I spoke to them recently about their undergraduate experiences and about the inner workings of MAE as they worked with them as ambassadors. And now I analyze my experience differently. They explained to me how the department watches us, kind of like clouds. They want to see what we form into. And now I wish I would have developed closer relationships with certain faculty members and engaged more with the department. It can be hard to see the good in something, but I would like to thank Hunter and Adam for helping me find it and for always supporting me among the department, even when I didn't know about it. This year was extremely unique in not only the way that the faculty supported students, but also in the way that we reflect. As we all know, our traditional school experience was taken away from us by COVID, which led to an unprecedented year with unprecedented challenges. As a result, it has been extra hard this year to find the good in the world. But now, congratulations are in order because we all made it through school, or for some of us, just undergrad. Plenty of us have jobs lined up or have already started them. Some of us have recently gotten into grad school or have already started that. Some of us have other plans lined up. Regardless, the MAE department, our friends, and our families are all very proud of us, especially after this year. So I hope that you decide to either reflect or re-reflect on your undergraduate experience, now as I have, and appreciate and thank those who supported and challenged you. They all helped you get to this point that you're at now. And if this last year seemed to be your series of unfortunate events, then let those events be the first steps in your new journey. Thank you.
Thank you, Lila. I really appreciate what you said. And I just want to reiterate the faculty does have the students back, and we are very proud of what you guys have achieved. So our next speaker is our graduate speaker, and graduate speaker is Dr. Stephan Attai. Stephan received his Bachelor's of Science and Master's of Science degree in Mechanical Engineering from Washington University in St. Louis. He has worked as a control system and robotic engineer at Lexmark International, Transentrix Incorporated, and Garmin Limited. He joined the PAC in 2018 as a Dean's Doctoral Fellow in Mechanical and Aerospace Engineering, where he worked in the Intelligent Structures and Systems Research Lab and the Electromechanics Research Lab. His research focused on modeling, control system design, optimization, and state estimation for multi-domain robotic systems. He's currently a machine learning research engineer at Applied Research Associates in Raleigh, North Carolina. So, Stephan?
I thank you, Dr. Ecat, for that introduction, and thank you all for the opportunity to speak and celebrate with you today. I first really want to thank the MAE faculty for providing guidance and support to me and all of my peers over the past several years. And I especially want to thank the MAE staff, many of whom assisted me personally in countless ways and were often there to offer a word of encouragement just when I needed to hear it. So thank you all. As Dr. Ecat said, my name is Stephan Attai, and I completed my doctoral studies in MAE just this past summer. So after working in industry for over a decade, it was my desire to continue to learn and grow that drove me to enroll in MAE in 2018. I'm so grateful for MAE for providing the avenue for me to satisfy my curiosity, delve deep into esoteric research topics, and ultimately help advance, even in just a small way, human knowledge. Every graduate student here, and many undergraduates as well, have contributed new knowledge to society. And that is a big deal. And that is something that we should all be very, very proud of. MAE provided me the opportunity to dive wholeheartedly into learning. In fact, I've come to realize that the real value of an engineering education isn't in the mastery of a particular sub-discipline. Rather, your engineering diploma indicates to others that you know how to learn new things. Your diploma indicates several other discipline agnostic virtues as well, such as curiosity, autonomy, proactivity, and the ability to think critically about difficult issues. These are characteristics that employers want for sure, but that the world desperately needs. What this means is that we can all think bigger about our role in the world because we are never defined just by what we know right now. We have the ability to learn anything we want tomorrow. I think this is especially true for mechie and aero engineers. Having an MAE degree, as you know, means that you've been exposed to about a zillion sub-disciplines. And I won't attempt to name them because I know that I'll forget some. I don't want any faculty to feel left out. But suffice it to say that mechie and aero engineers have to know a lot of things about a lot of things. That this is true, however, is not common knowledge. Prepare to blow the minds of your coworkers if you can, say, program a computer or know anything at all about electricity. I remember Dr. Buckner once saying something to the effect of, whenever I see a new electromechanical device with which I'm totally unfamiliar, I don't know anything about it, I don't get nervous because I know and I understand the fundamental principles that make any such device operate. Studying MAE should give all of us that confidence about anything technology related and many things that aren't. We know how to ask the right questions and we know where to look for those answers thanks to our training as engineers. We all want to do work that makes a positive difference in the lives of people around the world. But I want to encourage you that your impact on other people's lives is not predicated on you developing the next life-saving technology or providing a solution to the climate crisis. You'll do all of those things, but the biggest impact that you will make will be on the lives of the people with whom you work. I truly believe that the most important thing that you and I will do in our working lives and with our degrees, our engineering education, will be to develop meaningful and authentic relationships. Because the truth is that the quality of the relationships that you have with your coworkers is a better predictor of your happiness than the work that you are actually doing. Furthermore, the happiest engineers that I know are the ones who have transitioned from striving to achieve things for themselves to trying to help others achieve their potential. And it won't be long before you are in a position to mentor your peers and offer them encouragement and support their development. You'll sit and listen patiently. You'll listen to their ideas. You'll make sure that they have a voice and that they are recognized and given credit for all of their hard work. I'm sure that MAE faculty and staff would agree that helping and serving others gives unparalleled meaning to one's work. So take a moment with me, just bring to mind someone who has helped you in a significant and meaningful way while you've been here. A friend, a professor, a TA, a counselor, someone from a student group, someone working at the Oval. Think about how they supported and encouraged you. They helped you with a project. They were patient with you when you didn't understand something. They bought you lunch, They listened to your idea, or maybe they just had a kind word of encouragement that you needed to hear. So take this moment and just feel incredible gratitude for all the things that you have received from those people, from those relationships that you've had. And be sure to thank them later. Congratulations, everyone, on all of your incredible accomplishments. We did it. Thank you.
Thank you, Stephan. That was wonderful. Now it's my pleasure to introduce our commencement speaker today, and a very accomplished person that I'm glad to introduce, Dr. Antonia Arnold Mcfarland, who goes by Tony. So I'm going to say Tony is a multifaceted community advocate who enjoys inspiring hope and positive change in others via her involvement in the community. She works full-time as a technical professional who manages and leads quality engineering projects, programs, and process improvements. She also enjoys coaching others on career development, project management, and problem-solving methods. In her spare time, Tony, or sometimes Dr. Tony as she is known, applies the same skills as she serves the community in various capacities. Her Christian faith is the foundation that enables her to have hope and vision to help and lead others. Tony is originally from Spartanburg, South Carolina, and she was raised by educators along with her two siblings. She received her BS in mechanical engineering and a minor in African American studies in '96 from NC State, while working full-time as a manufacturing engineer. She also earned her MBA in global management from the University of Phoenix, Raleigh campus, and her engineering experience, project work, and successful exam performance earned her the Six Sigma Black Belt certification from the American Society for Quality. So she combines her passion and profession together when she received her Doctor of Ministry in Creative Arts from the Graduate Theological Foundation of Mishawaka, Indiana in 2016. Her doctoral research concentrated on the African American worship experience. It leveraged quantitative and qualitative research methods for problem solving and improvement in music and arts ministry in the Black church. Tony has worked full-time for John Deere and Company since 1998. She recently took on an exciting new assignment as analytics lead in quality engineering. Her belief is that diversity should matter to everyone. Society cannot afford to exclude any human potential that might bring life-changing solutions to the complex problems of today's world. So, Tony, looking forward to your talk.
Thank you so much. Can everyone hear me okay? Excellent. I am honored to have this opportunity to speak today to the new graduates, our virtual audience, our faculty and staff of the Mechanical and Aerospace Department at North Carolina State University. And what I want to talk about today is preparing for the unknown. And the prior speakers today, you did an excellent job. So you've made my job very easy. You have touched on some things that was on my mind as well. And as we can all sit back and say, we were not prepared for what unfolded in 2020. So think for a moment, what were you doing a year ago, December 2019? Just think for yourself, what were you doing then? Maybe planning for the holidays or planning for, students were probably planning for this year, graduating. But I can probably say that most of us were not thinking that 2020 would have presented us with the unknowns that laid ahead. Hindsight is 2020. Now we can say, if we had known then what we know now, we would have probably made some different decisions and changed some things that we were planning to do. So how do we prepare for the unknown? And this is important for our new graduates because you're getting ready to go into the unknown, and there's going to be more unknown factors coming at you as you move forward. I had a chance to speak with some of you and find out what was on your mind. And some of you planning to go to grad school, getting a job, not sure if you're going to go to grad school, not sure if you're going to get in grad school. So how do we do this? Well, first of all, this is kind of level set our thoughts. We typically plan our lives, as you can see on the right of the screen. You know, that's the ideal life plan with the milestones. This is what everyone kind of works towards, or some variation, maybe not in this order. However, we don't think about the things that could happen that would change the way we proceed on this path, on this journey. So on the left, This is what actually happens. We start something, whether it's your life, a career, or a research you're doing, and there's these outside forces and activities and factors that affect how well that's going to flow for you. Some may be good and some may be bad. So, how do we prepare for that? Things don't always go as planned. Most of us, and I can think back to my college life, the first image there, that was my plan. Oh, everything's going to be great. Everything's going to be great. I ended up being a non-traditional college student over time. In reality, this may happen to some of you. You started out looking ahead, but not really having awareness of the roadblocks, the pitfalls, and the bumps that could change your path, your trajectory. First thing you need to do, I tell everybody, fuel yourself with inspiration. You have to stay motivated. Something has to keep you excited, inspired. You're going to need light in darkness. So, inspiration and wisdom. I get that from my faith as a Christian. Get that from your faith, your higher power, mentors, people who can give you direction and insight when you're feeling, discouraged. And I always like to say, find people who sharpen you. Iron sharpens iron. Find your iron sharpeners, positive influences. Have your personal mantra and quotes. Next, study intensively and be intentional. Now, what do I mean by that? As you're going along your journey and you're preparing for the unknown, you will realize there's some things where you may not be as knowledgeable or you need to be more informed about. So study those things. Figure out what those items are, those areas are where you need to spend more time and fine tune those and study them intensively. And be intentional about how you spend your time and what you plan to do with it. Spend your time wisely. Always anticipate what could go wrong and mitigate it. Try to anticipate those things and the risks that they could have, the likelihood, the severity of that. Use those engineering principles and tools in your life. You'll learn this when you get in the work world. If you haven't already, assessing risk. In college, you have problems that you solve and homework that you do. But you don't always have to think about assessing the risk and things not unfolding the way you have predicted or calculated. So think about the failure modes, how things could fail, and what would that do for your plan. And spend your time, like I said, wisely, but evaluate impact versus effort. So you'll know where you should spend your time and how long it's going to take you to get something done. If you get off track, though, bounce back quickly, adjust, adapt, and aim your thoughts with clarity. And I can be assured that everyone who's hearing me today, all the new graduates, you've already demonstrated that you have resilience. I've heard a number of people mention that already, that you have bounced back. You've made the adjustments. Your education path was interrupted, disrupted, but you made it. You graduated. And there's going to be others looking to you, asking you how you did it. You'll be able to mentor them on what you did. Complement your intelligence with insight and innovation. I've been working for 25 plus years, and we're excited about learning new things and being intelligent on new things. However, be insightful on how you use that intelligence and how you can be innovative with it. Learn from those who've gone before you. That's the first thing you do. Who has already gone down this road? If you can find someone. Sometimes that's not possible, but learn as much as you can from those who have gone before you. Analyze and make data-driven and informed decisions. When you have that information, use it. If you don't have it, collect it. Try to get some information to help you make the right decision. And also document your own steps. Take some time to reflect and be retrospective on what you've done already, if you're on the right track, should you have done something differently, what can you learn from what you've done, and be current. Stay relevant, stay informed. Find out where the reliable sources are, whether this is in your field, in the area that you're going to be in, whether it's a professional society that you need to be a part of. I'm a part of the National Society of Black Engineers. That keeps me informed. When I was in school, I was in the American Society of Mechanical Engineers. So stay informed and well connected to your profession and the other things that are important to you in life. And in a short summary, you're going to stay inspired, possess intensive and intentional focus, be intelligent, insightful, and innovative. And I intentionally wanted to have words that begin with an I because I wanted you to keep your eyes on the prize. Keep your eyes open and observant of things around you. And this is how you prepare for the unknown. So, inspirational thoughts and wisdom. I decided to share a few that have fueled me. The first one, my father who passed away recently. He was involved in NASCAR for a while. He was an educator and really enjoyed racing. Anything automotive he was a part of. He would always say, finish the race, stay in it. It's not always about finishing first. It's about what you learn along that journey that's going to help you in life. My mother, she's passed away as well. Homework is never done. There's always something to learn. And if you don't know this next one, Jim Valvano, never ever give up. I know some of you are concerned about your next move, where you're going to get a job. Maybe you still have a class to finish before you graduate. I don't know. But don't give up. Stay focused. Your endurance will pay off. Don't count the days. Make your days count. You'll find things that you're purposed and called to do, and you want to give back. You'll find those things once you get into your life that interest you, and you'll want to spend more time doing those. And also, I love this one. Be the change that you want to see. A lot of people may identify things that could be done differently, but someone needs to take the lead and change what is currently happening. Be the change you want to see. And judge me by the content of my character, not the color of my skin. And we saw the events that unfolded this summer. There was an outcry for social justice around the world. We'll see a movement, diversity, inclusion, and equity. That will be in your workplaces, and people will have to get used to working with people who are different from them. So we're all going to have to learn to focus more on character. And one of my favorite heroes, Dr. Ronald McNair, I had an opportunity to meet him in high school. When I was deciding on what I wanted to study, I was undecided between music and engineering, thinking about mechanical engineering. And he told me, don't be afraid to explore the unknown. He was on his way into orbit. He's going to be going back out into outer space. And he said, don't be afraid of that. People tend to do what they're comfortable with and afraid of what they don't know. And I always have to reflect back on some of my favorite scriptures, but I love to think about this one, and I have to remind myself of this often. Be quick to listen, slow to speak, and slow to anger. Quick to listen. Maybe it's slow to click, or slow to post, or slow to text, and slow to anger. So that one will get you out of a lot of situations at times. And to all of us, him or her who's given much, much is required. Much is required. So maybe you've decided, hey, I'm going to go into the work world. I'm not going back to grad school. I had no plans to go back to grad school. However, life unfolded, and I wanted to re-skill and found other things that were interesting to me that I wanted to pursue at this level. And this one, genius awaits you and breeds beckons. Now, I don't know if Jeronicus Jenkins said that, but I just saw that movie recently, and if you haven't seen it, enjoy it and give yourself some time to relax. But I love it. Genius awaits you. Now, I know you've seen this image pop up on your phone. As a matter of fact, this morning, I got a call that said spam risk. What did I do with that? Decline. Of course, I'm not going to answer that. However, in life, you don't always have the opportunity to hit decline. I mean, life is going to happen. You have to accept what's coming and embrace what we have before us. Don't be afraid to explore the unknown. And as always, don't spend all your time just working and not enjoying life. But I would always tell myself, I live to work, and I'm sorry, I don't live to work. I work to live. By that I mean, I work so that I can enjoy the things that I can do after work. I work so that I can make a change at work. I work so that I can make a change in the community and make our place a better world. And you will always need to keep up with your colleagues. You've made some great friends. Maybe you didn't get an opportunity to engage with your fellow students as much as you wanted to, but now you're alums. Get involved in the Alumni Association, get involved in professional societies, get involved in the community and charitable organizations. Make time to give back and keep track with your pack. Stay up with the pack and what's going on at the university. Get the newsletters when it's safe. Visit the campus and enjoy yourself. Have a great life. Have a blessed one. Feel free to reach out to me on LinkedIn, and I look forward to meeting you and to hear about what you're going to do in the days ahead. Thank you.
Thank you, Tony. That was wonderful. It's good to hear from that perspective where we provide the students what to expect and what not to expect. And I can really say that my life was exactly like that thing where you had this ditches in the middle and ladders and people helping me across. So I really appreciate what you say. So now it's time to present the graduating class. First, I'll call upon Dr. Kara Peters, who is our Director for Graduate Programs and a professor in the Department of Mechanical and Aerospace Engineering, to present our PhD and MS degree candidates. Kara.
Okay, thank you, Dr. ECAD. And first of all, congratulations to all the graduates. Once again, your hard work has really paid off and we're very proud of you. Also, congratulations and appreciation to all the families and friends who are joining us today. Clearly, this day would not have been possible without your support, so we thank you. So today I will be reading the names of the graduate students who will be receiving their degree at this ceremony. Our graduate programs in the Mechanical and Aerospace Engineering Department offer the Mechanical of Science degree and the Doctor of Philosophy degree, both in Mechanical Engineering and Aerospace Engineering. To be granted the master's degree, the students must complete 30 credit hours beyond the 4-year bachelor's program, including an in-depth thesis or independent project. The Doctor of Philosophy degree requires 72 credit hours beyond the bachelor's degree, plus a comprehensive dissertation on an original research topic. Officially, there are 397 graduate students in our department this semester, and this graduate student body consists of approximately 150 PhD students and 250 master's students. So today, 5 PhD and 48 master's students will receive their diplomas from the spring 2020 graduation. 7 PhD and 12 master's students will receive their diplomas from the summer 2020 graduation, and 9 PhD and 38 master's students will receive their diplomas from the fall 2020 graduation. Understandably, many of them are unable to attend this ceremony, so we will just be reading the names of those who are able to. So we will start with the PhD diplomas and followed by the MS diplomas. So first of all, I will read the name of the graduates for the fall summer 2020 graduation, beginning with the Doctor of Philosophy and Aerospace Engineering. So our first student is Daniel Long for his dissertation entitled System Excess Placement for Improving Life Cycle Value under the advisor of Scott Ferguson, and Daniel is from Kings Mountain, North Carolina. So now I will read the Doctor of Philosophy and Mechanical Engineering names. Our first one is Sultan Saeed Al-Qahtini for his dissertation entitled Machine Learning Methods for Chemistry Reduction in Combustion under the direction of Dr. Tariq Asheki, and Sultan is from Khamis Mushat, Saudi Arabia. Next, we have Stephan Attai from Cedar Rapids, Iowa, for his dissertation entitled Energetics, Dynamics, and Control of Multi-Rotor Rotor Flying Mobile Robots under the direction of Matthew Bryant. Next, we have Mohammed Adakar Rahman Chowdhury from Chattogram, Bangladesh, under the direction of Dr. Cheng Ying Xu, for his dissertation entitled Study on the Electrical and Dielectrical Properties of Polymer-Derived Silicon Carbide Ceramics Pyrolyzed at High Temperatures. Next, we have Mitchell Cobb for his dissertation entitled Economic Iterative Learning Control with Applications to Tethered Energy Systems under the direction of Dr. Chris Vermillion. And Christian Earnhardt for his dissertation entitled Individual Coordinated and Exchange-Driven Ecological Driving for Heavy-Duty Vehicles Using Model Predictive Control Techniques, also under the direction of Dr. Chris Vermillion. And next, Egbe Ene for his dissertation entitled The Mechanical Response of Protein Films Under Low-Level Plastization, under the direction of Dr. Kara Peters and Dr. Orlando Rojas. And Egbe is from Raleigh, North Carolina. Next, Benjamin Grokla from, for his dissertation entitled Inner Loop Command Governors for Adaptive Cruise Control in Heavy-Duty Trucks, under the direction of Dr. Christopher Vermillion. Next, Tyler Jenkins from Jasper, Indiana, for his dissertation entitled Mobile Robot Design and Optimization, Hierarchical Actuation and Bimodal Operation, under the direction of Dr. Matthew Bryant. Next, we have Yasamin Karbalestiga, under the direction of Dr. Marie Mueller. And unfortunately, I don't have a dissertation title for that one. Next, we have Dr. Jacob Marks for his dissertation entitled Composite Metal Foam in Extreme Environments, under the direction of Dr. Afsani Rabi, and Jacob is from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Next, we have Samuel Miller, and I do not have his dissertation title, but he is under the direction of Dr. Gregory Buckner. Next, we have Hal Pang. For his dissertation entitled Harnessing of Energy Emanating from Hydrodynamic Cavitation for Manufacturing Processes, under the direction of Graces Nagali. Next, Fuzhang Wang for his dissertation entitled Impact and Wicking Dynamics of Blood Droplets on Textile Surfaces, under the direction of Dr. Tigang Fang. Next, Elizabeth Kirkpatrick Vorsham from Loveland, Ohio, for her dissertation entitled Dynamic Modeling and Analysis of a Pulp and Paper Mill and Small Modular Reactor Coupling for Carbon Neutral Manufacturing. And finally, Ming Yao, under the direction of Dr. Catherine Saul. So next I will read the names for the master's degree in aerospace engineering. First we have Benjamin Adamsick from High Point, North Carolina. Subharal Agrawal from Delhi, India. Wonbyum Cho from Seoul, South Korea. Janadi Danaskararan from India. Jesse Heydrich from Massapequa, New York. Ronak Mukhopadhyay from Bridgewater, New Jersey. John Parsons IV from Raleigh, North Carolina. Edward Pickens. Christopher Popelia. Timothy Song from Christiansburg, Virginia. Aaron Michael Turpin, and Hanwen Wang. Next, I will read the names for the master's degree in mechanical engineering. Sarath Babu from Kochai, India. John Robert Booker. Ronald Eric Booth. Joseph Brannan. Cameron Carson. Keitel Collins Jackson from Rayford, North Carolina. Jackson Stone Davis from Calabash, North Carolina. Caitlin Marie De Angelis. Rebecca Diederich. Aditya Baban Guare from Mumbai, India. Nicholas Guelda from Louisville, Kentucky. William Bruce Guthrie. Hind Hajar. Brita Hubers. Paul Hudson from Cary, North Carolina. Christopher Jadalis from Apex, North Carolina. Michael Jenkins. Helen Johnson from Charleston, South Carolina. Noah Landon Johnson. Anvay Joshi from Seawoods, India. Tanmay Mohan Kare from Pune, India. Christopher Magnotti. Shashvat Teksa Kumar Mehta from Ahmedabad in India. Brian Owens. Dinesh Raj Pant from Dalhiltura, Nepal. Alexander Price. James Reed from Greenville, North Carolina. Thomas Johnson Ray Safan. Shama Sundar, Shangmuza Sundaram from Chennai, India. John Slug. Mark Stepanowski. John Tillery. Jordan Solis from Cary, North Carolina. Samir Amarnath Udapati from Mumbai, India. Manan Kitan Vastavada from Ahmedabad, India. Rohit Kamasrawara Sampath Sai Vulupala from Rajam, India. Nicholas Yasarad Yabrudi Perez. And Yuchen Yan from Shenyang, China. So next I will read the names of the PhD in Aerospace Engineering from the Spring 2020 graduation. So we have two of those. Eric Jacuzzi for his dissertation entitled Unsteady Aerodynamics and Flow Control for Race Car Applications under the direction of Dr. Kenneth Granlund, and Eric is from Windsor, Ontario, Canada. And second, we have Kevin Lay from Cary, North Carolina, for his dissertation entitled A Parametric Study on the Laser-Forced Ignition of Laminar and Turbulent Round Jets in Non-Ideal Environments, under the direction of Dr. Venkataswarian Narayanaswamy. Next, I'll read the names of the Doctor of Philosophy and Mechanical Engineering, and we have three of those. The first one is Nadish Anand from Indore, India, for his dissertation entitled Application of Ferrohydrodynamic Flows for Heat Transfer Enhancement and Energy Harvesting, under the direction of Dr. Richard Gould. Next, we have Hywook Kim from Incheon, South Korea, for their dissertation entitled Design, Prototyping, and Validation of Non-Invasive Sensors for Nuclear Power Plant Applications, under the direction of Dr. Xiaoning Jiang. And finally, Kyunhoon Kim from Seoul, South Korea, for the dissertation entitled Understanding Thermal and Spin Transport in Anisotropic Materials, under the direction of Dr. Jun Liu. So next I will read the names of the master's degree in aerospace engineering. So the first is Kevin Barker, Jamie Hood, Harvey Hoops, Kevin Judd, Ryan Odessa from Charlotte, North Carolina, and Joseph Talbot. So next I will read the names for the Masters of Science in Mechanical Engineering. So first, Cody Allen from Benson, North Carolina. Aparajit Balaranam from Trichy, India. Yash Bhagat from Mumbai, India. Rutvit Rajesh Bhagwat. Jim Biglin. Aaron Brennan. Michael Kennedy from Graham, North Carolina. Mitesh Chahar from Panchkula, India. Malind Chauhan. Kui Chen from Nanjing, China. Karan Kajur from Nohar, India. Ramaswamy Devakote Sundaranam from Chennai, India. Motasim Farouk. Andrew Franks. Omkar Yashwant Godekar. Ariel Hall from Morgantown, West Virginia. Emily Hopp from Greenville, South Carolina. Bhagat Kalwani. Evan Kilpatrick from Glendale, Wisconsin. Samir Kotahari from Pune, India. Sipan Yu. Christopher Maxey from Norfolk, Virginia. Austin McGuinness from Shelby, North Carolina. Japan Karmesh Mehta from Ahmedabad, India. Austin Motes. Siddharth Nagaraj from Chennai, India. Dhruv Manoj Patel. Alexander Price. Varun Prasanna Rajamutu from Chennai, India. Chinmaya Atur Vengurapal Rajath. Harish Rajkumar from Chennai, India. Eshwar Ravishankar from Chennai, India. Robert Raymond from Kannapolis, North Carolina. Vivek Sumabraniam Sumamurthy from Chennai, India. Daniel Santiago Rodriguez. J. Admit Shah. Hun Ki Sim. Bharath Rajan Subramaniam from Chennai, India. Jesse Tart III. Madhusudanan Tirumulai from Chennai, India. Joshua Stevidhas Vijayan from Chennai, Indian. And Jacqueline Williamson from Cross Junction, Virginia. So congratulations again to these graduate students. I will now pass the floor on to Cheryl Tran, who is our Director of Undergraduate Programs.
Thank you, Dr. Peters. Good morning. In a moment, I will begin the calling of the names, academic honors, and hometowns of the candidates for the Bachelor of Science in Aerospace Engineering and Mechanical Engineering. Students graduating cum laude have a GPA between 3.25 and 3.49. Students graduating magna cum laude have a GPA between 3.5 and 3.74. Students graduating summa cum laude have a GPA of 3.75 and above. I will begin with the Fall 2020 Aerospace Engineering graduates. Eric Benson, magna cum laude from Southern Pines, North Carolina. Sean Clark, summa cum laude from Raleigh, North Carolina. Abdullah El-Qudsi, magna cum laude from Raleigh, North Carolina. Fernando Gorin Rivas, cum laude from Greenville, North Carolina. Caleb Hash, summa cum laude, from Stokesdale, North Carolina. David Kwan, cum laude, from Spring Lake, North Carolina. Tanya Mittal, magna cum laude, from Jacksonville, North Carolina. Ian Swart, from North Reading, Massachusetts. Tony Tran, magna cum laude, from Cary, North Carolina. Tyler Young, magna cum laude, from Lexington, North Carolina. This concludes the Fall 2020 Aerospace Engineering graduates. I will now read the Fall 2020 Mechanical Engineering graduates. Tariq Al-Balushi, cum laude, from Muscat, Oman. Khalid Al-Hamandi, from Hale, Saudi Arabia. Noah Allen, from Raleigh, North Carolina. Ryan Barnes, magna cum laude, from Raleigh, North Carolina. Erin Barrow, cum laude, from Durham, North Carolina. Cameron Beard, from Raleigh, North Carolina. Christopher Beard, from Fuquay-Varina, North Carolina. Noah Bissell, magna cum laude, from Winston-Salem, North Carolina. Clayton Jerkisett, cum laude, from Grifton, North Carolina. Killian Boedo, cum laude, from Cary, North Carolina. Brennan Brott, magna cum laude, from Banner Elk, North Carolina. Carlos Serna Geronimo, from Somerville, South Carolina. Julian Cinnamon, cum laude, from Cary, North Carolina. Nathan Comer, summa cum laude, from Statesville, North Carolina. Nilesh Contractor, magna cum laude, from Cary, North Carolina. Alyssa Cox, summa cum laude, from Shanghai, China. Brandon Kulig, summa cum laude, from Hempstead, North Carolina. David Delgado, summa cum laude, from Raleigh, North Carolina. Jacob Democo, summa cum laude, from Charlotte, North Carolina. Nicholas Fisher, from Binghamton, New York. Jared Fishkin, cum laude, from Charlotte, North Carolina. Nicholas Griffin, cum laude, from Wilson, North Carolina. Chuan He, magna cum laude, from Chengdu, Sichuan. Jacob Hoffer, cum laude, from Wake Forest, North Carolina. Seth Hollingsworth, summa cum laude, from Archdale, North Carolina. Matthew Houston, from Newbern, North Carolina. Kenneth Hubbard, from Fayetteville, North Carolina. Evan Hughesbow, magna cum laude, from Wake Forest, North Carolina. Trey Hutchins, summa cum laude, from Lexington, North Carolina. Evan Imlay, magna cum laude, from Morrisville, North Carolina. Thomas James, summa cum laude, from Burlington, North Carolina. Caleb Jimenez, from Fayetteville, North Carolina. Zachary Jones, cum laude, from Brasstown, North Carolina. Harrison Kaufman, magna cum laude, from Asheville, North Carolina. Tanner King, summa cum laude, from Wake Forest, North Carolina. Travis Kaiser, from Terrell, North Carolina. Joshua Labar, summa cum laude, from Durham, North Carolina. Natania Lee, cum laude, from Cary, North Carolina. Adam Leidish, summa cum laude, from Durham, North Carolina. Joseph Michael Leptic III, from Charlotte, North Carolina. Sinyu Molly Lee, cum laude, from Beijing, China. Mason Longo, cum laude, from Charlotte, North Carolina. Ryan Lynch, summa cum laude, from Durham, North Carolina. Colin McClure, from Mint Hill, North Carolina. Scott McDaniel, cum laude, from Apex, North Carolina. Patrick McElhenney, magna cum laude, from Charlotte, North Carolina. Jake Meyer, magna cum laude, from Holly Springs, North Carolina. Joshua Mitchell, from Chapel Hill, North Carolina. Elton Padua, from Durham, North Carolina. Jacob Polko, cum laude, from Arden, North Carolina. Morelis Perez Hernandez, from Clemens, North Carolina. Brett Rayfield, summa cum laude, from New Bern, North Carolina. Brendan Resnick, summa cum laude, from Spring Lake, North Carolina. Jack Segraves, from Matthews, North Carolina. Nicholas Sanford, summa cum laude, from Thomasville, North Carolina. Jordan Shua, magna cum laude, from Raleigh, North Carolina. Cameron Sharkey, cum laude, from Youngsville, North Carolina. Emily Solis, from Charlotte, North Carolina. Joshua Spann, from Raleigh, North Carolina. Ethan Stoddard, summa cum laude, from Cary, North Carolina. Erica Struble, from Graham, North Carolina. Shankai Su, summa cum laude, from Guangzhou, Guangdong, China. Joseph Swire, cum laude, from Greensboro, North Carolina. Galen Thomasian, from Vienna, Virginia. Jacob Twyford, from Kitty Hawk, North Carolina. Miguel Vasquez, cum laude, from Asheboro, North Carolina. David Vaughn, magna cum laude, from Fayetteville, North Carolina. Austin Waddell, from Lexington, North Carolina. Garrett Ware, from Hubert, North Carolina. Conrad Wyden, summa cum laude, from Chapel Hill, North Carolina. Sam Waybright, Kitty Hawk, North Carolina. Laura Williams, magna cum laude, from Greensboro, North Carolina. Jiexing Wu, cum laude, from Shaoxing, Zhejiang, China. Nicholas Zalaski, cum laude, from Chapel Hill, North Carolina. Jieding Zhao, magna cum laude, from Zhengjiang, Jiangsu, China. This concludes the Fall 2020 Mechanical Engineering graduates. I will now call the Summer 2020 Aerospace Engineering graduates. Rising Chen, cum laude, from Asheville, North Carolina. Wesley DiNardo, magna cum laude, from Clayton, North Carolina. This concludes the Summer 2020 Aerospace Engineering graduates. Next, I will read the Summer 2020 Mechanical Engineering graduates. Jacob Briley, from Holly Springs, North Carolina. Frederick Crowell, from Florence, Massachusetts. Corey Hopper, magna cum laude, from Burlington, North Carolina. Jack Kiker, cum laude, from Monroe, North Carolina. Joshua Kimbrough, magna cum laude, from Knightdale, North Carolina. Tavi Klar, from Clemson, South Carolina. Guoxiang Ma, cum laude, from Beijing, China. Danielle Pereira, from North Augusta, South Carolina. David Smith, magna cum laude, from Siler City, North Carolina. Hackney Tulos, from Wilson, North Carolina. Jared Wells, from Charlotte, North Carolina. Nitin Yalamanchali, from Hyderabad, India. This concludes the Summer 2020 Mechanical Engineering graduates. I will now read the Spring 2020 Aerospace Engineering graduates. Kevin Alexander, magna cum laude, from Charlotte, North Carolina. Timothy Archer, from Randolph, New Jersey. Chase Ballantyne, magna cum laude, from Matthews, North Carolina. Michael Barton, summa cum laude, from Cary, North Carolina. Jacob Belser, summa cum laude, from Cape Carteret, North Carolina. Elizabeth Blank, magna cum laude, from Johnstown, Ohio. Gabriel Buss, magna cum laude, from Southern Pines, North Carolina. Joshua Cannon, cum laude, from Raleigh, North Carolina. Hayden Carl, magna cum laude, from Redondo Beach, California. Richard Carpenter, from Huntersville, North Carolina. Leela Crick, summa cum laude, from Charlotte, North Carolina. Jacob Day, magna cum laude, from Salisbury, North Carolina. Michael Eovine, from Goldsboro, North Carolina. Derek Esterly, magna cum laude, from Hope Mills, North Carolina. Anna Freund, magna cum laude, from Greensboro, North Carolina. Zane Garris, cum laude, from Greensboro, North Carolina. William Gothard, summa cum laude, from Fayetteville, North Carolina. Austin Gray, summa cum laude, from Goldsboro, North Carolina. Connor Gray, cum laude, from Clayton, North Carolina. Abhinav Gundala, magna cum laude, from Charlotte, North Carolina. Nathaniel Holmes, cum laude, from Raleigh, North Carolina. Kirby Hollander, from Kings Mountain, North Carolina. John Innes, magna cum laude, from Cary, North Carolina. Anna Jackson, magna cum laude, from Nebo, North Carolina. Morgan Jarman, magna cum laude, from Richlands, North Carolina. Emala Jeffries, cum laude, from Hickory, North Carolina. Ethan Johnson, from Raleigh, North Carolina. William Jordan, summa cum laude, from Newland, North Carolina. Philip Kramer, from Raleigh, North Carolina. Juan Lee, from Charlotte, North Carolina. Sydney Lida, from Hendersonville, North Carolina. Carlos Mayorga Gatas, summa cum laude, from Cary, North Carolina. Thomas Myers, cum laude, from Chesapeake, Virginia. Darren Miller, summa cum laude, from Waxhaw, North Carolina. Joshua Miller, magna cum laude, from Morrisville, North Carolina. Jason Mills, magna cum laude, from Raleigh, North Carolina. Andrew Nafratil, summa cum laude, from Raleigh, North Carolina. Paul Neal IV, summa cum laude, from Winston-Salem, North Carolina. Lorna Nguyen, magna cum laude, from High Point, North Carolina. Srivishnu Uraganti, summa cum laude, from Hyderabad, Telangana. Jacob Pillsbury, from Huntersville, North Carolina. Andrew Pointer, from Wilmington, North Carolina. Noah Prezant, summa cum laude, from Weaverville, North Carolina. Alec Purcell, magna cum laude, from Clayton, North Carolina. Nicholas Reed, cum laude, from Greensboro, North Carolina. Nathaniel Rhodes, from Richlands, North Carolina. Samuel Richardson, summa cum laude, from Raleigh, North Carolina. Kyle Rivers, from Cary, North Carolina. Michael Robertson, magna cum laude, from Cummings, Georgia. Anton Schulten, magna cum laude, from Cary, North Carolina. Ashby Scruggs, magna cum laude, from Pinehurst, North Carolina. David Torres, magna cum laude, from Cary, North Carolina. Travis Tucker, from Blowing Rock, North Carolina. Justin Van Heusen, from Southport, North Carolina. Dakota Vandewalker, from Zebulon, North Carolina. Michael Vasquez Cool, cum laude, from Raleigh, North Carolina. Max Weintraub, magna cum laude, from Chapel Hill, North Carolina. Ryan Welker, magna cum laude, from Wake Forest, North Carolina. Matthew White, magna cum laude, from Concord, North Carolina. Matthew Wyland, magna cum laude, from Cameron, North Carolina. Evan Youngberg, summa cum laude, from Cary, North Carolina. This concludes the Spring 2020 Aerospace Engineering graduates. And finally, the Spring 2020 Mechanical Engineering graduates are Gianni Absilis, magna cum laude, from Raleigh, North Carolina. Zafar Ahsan, cum laude, from Charlotte, North Carolina. Ahmed Al-Hilali, summa cum laude, from Muscat, Oman. Ahmed Al-Kharousi, cum laude, from Muscat, Oman. Mohammed Ibrahim Al-Salami, magna cum laude, from Jeddah, Saudi Arabia. Shreyas Ashok, summa cum laude, from Apex, North Carolina. Bradley Baker, cum laude, from Winterville, North Carolina. Luke Baker, from Matthews, North Carolina. Julian Balsamo, magna cum laude, from Jacksonville, North Carolina. Katie Barbary, summa cum laude, from Cary, North Carolina. Mario Botticelli, cum laude, from Clemens, North Carolina. Andrew Balcom, from Monroe, North Carolina. Elizabeth Bellot, from Memphis, Tennessee. Camden Burgay, summa cum laude, from Chapel Hill, North Carolina. David Berrien, summa cum laude, from Pittsboro, North Carolina. Bassam Bigdash, summa cum laude, from Oak Ridge, North Carolina. Daniel Bissett, magna cum laude, from Charlotte, North Carolina. Austin Bogue, summa cum laude, from Winston-Salem, North Carolina. Austin Bordeaux, from Matthews, North Carolina. Andrea Bowden, summa cum laude, from Cary, North Carolina. Michael Boykin, from Wendell, North Carolina. John Braun, from Raleigh, North Carolina. Corey Burns, cum laude, from High Point, North Carolina. Hayden Carlson, summa cum laude, from Morrisville, North Carolina. Chase Carpenter, magna cum laude, from Morganton, North Carolina. Andrew Carroll, cum laude, from Murphy, North Carolina. Jacob Chambers, magna cum laude, from Wilmington, North Carolina. Tanner Compton, summa cum laude, from Wake Forest, North Carolina. Zachary Coppola, cum laude, from East Northport, New York. Marshall Courtney, from Charlotte, North Carolina. Anthony Colville, from Walnut Cove, North Carolina. Casey D'Amato, magna cum laude, from Denver, North Carolina. Ford Danielson, cum laude, from Raleigh, North Carolina. Andrew Davis, from Carmel, Indiana. Tyler Davis, magna cum laude, from Winston-Salem, North Carolina. Thomas Dean, summa cum laude, from Wilmington, North Carolina. Adam Delgado, from Cary, North Carolina. Blake Doiser, magna cum laude, from Cary, North Carolina. Adam DeVries, cum laude, from Raleigh, North Carolina. Nicholas Donato, cum laude, from Raleigh, North Carolina. Tyler Dorsey, from Huntersville, North Carolina. Julia Doyle, magna cum laude, from Danbury, Connecticut. Edward Drechuk, from Raleigh, North Carolina. Blake Draves, from Morrisville, North Carolina. Catherine DeBroyer, magna cum laude, from Raleigh, North Carolina. Parker Eaton, magna cum laude, from St. Louis, Missouri. Stephanie Eberly, summa cum laude, from Waxhaw, North Carolina. Ethan Eldridge, cum laude, from Hope Mills, North Carolina. Ryan Etheridge, summa cum laude, from Fremont, North Carolina. Royce Ferguson, summa cum laude, from Louisville, North Carolina. Nathaniel Figueroa, from Knightdale, North Carolina. Anthony Fiorentino, cum laude, from Apex, North Carolina. Victor Flukas, cum laude, from Matthews, North Carolina. Tyler Foland, summa cum laude, from Morrisville, North Carolina. Duncan Forster, cum laude, from Garner, North Carolina. Robert Foster, magna cum laude, from Louisville, North Carolina. Mark Fowler, from Asheboro, North Carolina. Jordan Garcia, summa cum laude, from Raleigh, North Carolina. Matthew Gibson, from Durham, North Carolina. Lily Goff, magna cum laude, from Hendersonville, North Carolina. Bruno Gomes, magna cum laude, from Sao Paulo, Brazil. Archer Gordon, from Atlanta, North Carolina. Atlanta, Georgia. Evan Grant, summa cum laude, from Cullowhee, North Carolina. Evan Greer, cum laude, from Matthews, North Carolina. Arsh Grewal, magna cum laude, from Wilmington, North Carolina. Grayson Haynes, magna cum laude, from Charlotte, North Carolina. Alex Hamrick, from Cary, North Carolina. Christopher Handy, cum laude, from Smithtown, New York. Ryan Herridine, summa cum laude, from Chapel Hill, North Carolina. Jonathan Hank, magna cum laude, from Raleigh, North Carolina. Boyden Henley, cum laude, from High Point, North Carolina. Dylan Herbert, magna cum laude, from Swansboro, North Carolina. Rachel Hernandez, cum laude, from Atlanta, Georgia. Kirkman Heiss, magna cum laude, from Randleman, North Carolina. Matthew Hicks, from Tegakay, North Carolina. Christian Hill, magna cum laude, from Ames, Iowa. Ty Holcomb, cum laude, from Lexington, North Carolina. Blair Holler, from Lenoir, North Carolina. Andrew Houston, magna cum laude, from Hickory, North Carolina. Tucker Howard, from Cary, North Carolina. Matthew Freisina, magna cum laude, from Matthews, North Carolina. Jiele Hu, summa cum laude, from Zhengzhou, Henan, China. David Hume, summa cum laude, from Burgaw, North Carolina. Millie Huggins, from Chapel Hill, North Carolina. Luis Jimenez, magna cum laude, from Clayton, North Carolina. Kelly Johnson, cum laude, from Raleigh, North Carolina. Samuel Johnson, Pisgah Forest, North Carolina. Tyler Johnson, summa cum laude, from Cornelius, North Carolina. Brandon Jones, from Cary, North Carolina. Zachary Jones, cum laude, from Raleigh, North Carolina. Rahul Kadari, from Cary, North Carolina. Adam Kane, from Matthews, North Carolina. Zane Kazi, magna cum laude, from Louisville, North Carolina. Sang Kim, from Chapel Hill, North Carolina. Ryan Kinney, cum laude, from Kannapolis, North Carolina. Benjamin Kirby, from Raleigh, North Carolina. Cassie Kirkconnell, cum laude, from Raleigh, North Carolina. Caroline Kirkland, cum laude, from Carthage, North Carolina. Michael Koenig, summa cum laude, from Durham, North Carolina. Ryan Culp, cum laude, from Greensboro, North Carolina. Maitri Kumar, summa cum laude, from New Delhi, India. David Lambeth, cum laude, from Asheboro, North Carolina. Esther Lee, summa cum laude, from Waxhaw, North Carolina. Tanner Leonard, magna cum laude, from Oak Island, North Carolina. Gaius Lee, magna cum laude, from Raleigh, North Carolina. Adam Lineberger, from Lincolnton, North Carolina. Ryan Lynn, from Marshville, North Carolina. Ruguen Liu, from Raleigh, North Carolina. Xiliang Long, from Durham, North Carolina. Nicholas Laverde, from Apex, North Carolina. Marcus Lowry, cum laude, from Concord, North Carolina. Karen Malhotra, magna cum laude, from Frisco, Texas. Anthony Martino, magna cum laude, from Salisbury, North Carolina. Joshua Matthew, magna cum laude, from Durham, North Carolina. Halen Mattison, summa cum laude, from Monroe, North Carolina. Bryce Malden, cum laude, from Charlotte, North Carolina. Adam Mayhew, magna cum laude, from Chesapeake, Virginia. Darren McCoggan, from Quinton, Virginia. Belk McDill, from Asheville, North Carolina. Foyle McLaughlin III, magna cum laude, from Cary, North Carolina. Nathan McLaughlin, from Kinston, North Carolina. Justin McPherson, cum laude, from Virginia Beach, Virginia. Lucas Corbo Romajo de Melo, summa cum laude, from Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. Jason Meyer, from Matthews, North Carolina. William Midget, from Poplar Branch, North Carolina. Stephen Monahan, magna cum laude, from Washington, New Jersey. Danny Morillo Perez, summa cum laude, from Graham, North Carolina. Rowan Musa, cum laude, from Holly Springs, North Carolina. Kyber Nasser, from Wilmington, North Carolina. Jacob Naughton, magna cum laude, from Goldsboro, North Carolina. Jordan Nichols, cum laude, from Knightdale, North Carolina. Cade Nottingham, from Wake Forest, North Carolina. Garrett O'Brien, from Summit, North Carolina. Yuhan Pan, summa cum laude, from Zhejiang, China. Kushal Patel, from Monroe, North Carolina. Avery Patton, cum laude, from Gastonia, North Carolina. Tyler Perry, cum laude, from Raleigh, North Carolina. Bailey Peters, magna cum laude, from High Point, North Carolina. Michael Petruni, magna cum laude, from Garner, North Carolina. Brandon Pitts, summa cum laude, from Spring Hope, North Carolina. Vicente Poloni, cum laude, from Rio Grande do Sul, Brazil. Justin Powers, cum laude, from Raleigh, North Carolina. William Pratt, cum laude, from Oak Ridge, North Carolina. Joseph Rathbone, summa cum laude, from Canton, North Carolina. John Reeves, cum laude, from Raleigh, North Carolina. Wilson Richards, cum laude, from Raleigh, North Carolina. Jeremy Ricks, cum laude, from Raleigh, North Carolina. Ben Roberts, from Charlotte, North Carolina. Hunter Rollins, summa cum laude, from Charlotte, North Carolina. Nicholas Rosato, magna cum laude, from Greensboro, North Carolina. Alexander Ruby, magna cum laude from Raleigh, North Carolina. Dakota Rufino, summa cum laude from Greenville, North Carolina. Shopro Saha, cum laude from Kolkata, India. Kyle Sammarco from Raleigh, North Carolina. Bertram Scott, cum laude from Morrisville, North Carolina. Jared Shingledecker, cum laude from Davidson, North Carolina. Giovanni Silva from Chapel Hill, North Carolina. Andrew Silverling, summa cum laude from Matthews, North Carolina. Jonathan Jack Schifano, summa cum laude from Denver, North Carolina. Brianna Sklar from Monroe, New York. Tucker Smith from Kings Mountain, North Carolina. Derek Solom, cum laude from Raleigh, North Carolina. Nicole Spell, cum laude from Clinton, North Carolina. Marie Spokus, summa cum laude from Concord, North Carolina. Ryan Stein, cum laude from Cornelius, North Carolina. Rebecca Stewart, summa cum laude from Cary, North Carolina. Colin Storm from Ridgefield, Connecticut. Joshua Struther, magna cum laude from Henderson, North Carolina. Cadman Stiers, cum laude from Wilmington, North Carolina. Lishen Soon, magna cum laude from Xiamen, Fujian, China. Zachary Taft from Apex, North Carolina. Daria Talaski, magna cum laude from Pittsboro, North Carolina. Lawrence Thomas III, summa cum laude from Flat Rock, North Carolina. Abby Thomas, summa cum laude from Greensboro, North Carolina. Marcus Tisdale, magna cum laude from Chocowinity, North Carolina. Timothy Valentine from Chapel Hill, North Carolina. Luke Van Voorhees, summa cum laude from Hickory, North Carolina. Lena Vo from Charlotte, North Carolina. Paul von Hardenberg, summa cum laude from Weston, North Carolina. Trevor Vook, summa cum laude from Durham, North Carolina. Devin Warren, cum laude from Conover, North Carolina. Connor Wheatley from Stockton, New Jersey. Kemp Wickizer from Morehead City, North Carolina. Jennifer Woods, magna cum laude from Vass, North Carolina. Benjamin Wooten, magna cum laude from Matthews, North Carolina. Brian Wu, cum laude from Cary, North Carolina. Austin Wyrick from Summerfield, North Carolina. Kai Sin, cum laude from Raleigh, North Carolina. Sydney Yant, summa cum laude from Raleigh, North Carolina. Haoji Cheng, summa cum laude from Zhejiang, Shaoxing, China. This concludes the calling of the fall, summer, and spring 2020 mechanical and aerospace engineering graduates. Thank you And congratulations, MAE class of 2020. Go Pack!
Thank you, Cheryl. That was a lot of names. We combined both fall and spring, so we wanted to make sure everybody got a chance to be called out as graduated. I now present the graduating class for the year 2020 to all of you, and congratulations to every one of you. It's a major achievement, and hopefully many more achievements of life. And welcome to the NC State family of alumni. And from this point onwards, we are forever connected. You have worked hard to achieve your degree, and we want to acknowledge your efforts and celebrate this event with you, albeit virtually, but hopefully someday you can come back and we will be able to meet with you and celebrate it in person. As I mentioned earlier, NC State and you are now forever connected, and we are partners in your success, which enhances our reputation, and our reputation and successes enhance your success. So if we were a corporation, you would be our product, and we would love to see our product be very, very successful. As such, we each have a responsibility to do our best. I call on you today to stay on and be connected to the department, as all strong departments have strong ties with their alumni. We need your support and help to keep moving forward and training the next generation of mechanical and aerospace engineers. So your contribution to coming back and helping us with the future students is going to be a big plus. We value your input and encourage you to support your department. In addition, we regularly post our success stories on our department website and in our department newsletters. Please send us your stories. We would like to publish them too in our story. So please visit our website regularly and stay connected. My personal advice to all the new graduates is to stay positive. I know this is a time where it's difficult, but you will all be able to achieve a lot more in your life with positivity. As you heard from Dr. Tony before, and Leela, and also from Stephan, that one of the things that works for you is the base that you have, the strength that you have. You have the backing of this strong foundation. From here, that will serve you well. Remember to strive hard and don't take anything for granted. Let me close by asking you on this day of celebration to recognize the deep pride that your parents, family, and friends feel for you. If you're near and dear to them right now, just give them a hug and thank them for all the contribution that they've made to your life. Make sure that you recognize their effort in your success. The MAE faculty, staff, and students, other students who haven't get graduated, all join me in thanking you for the immense support you have provided for our graduates. The students, both the graduates and the future students, know that the parents and the family, the friends are very, very important in this success. Once again, congratulations. Good luck in your life pursuits, and please contact us periodically and let us know how you're doing. Again, let's give our December 2020, spring 2020, and summer 2020 graduates another round of applause and give them a pat on their back. Again, thanks for being here and joining us in the celebration. Thank you, and this concludes our MAE Diploma Award ceremony. Thank you for joining us.